Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white.
Excuse me, what? I might choke you in public? A big black man threatening to choke a small white woman? My, oh my. This Shannon Sharpe situation just keeps getting worse. It's honestly embarrassing at this point.
Friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Saying, if he's going to use this situation to cry about black men being targets, then it's only fair that people talk about his obsession with white women, how that may have played a role in ruining his career, and what it really says about how he feels about black women.
Because see, that's the competition. Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that's coming.
Yes.
That'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills. Right. I pay the cost to be the boss. You the boss by yourself. Them old young ones coming with it. They coming with it, Ocho.
Has had over 24 lawsuits and settled at least 23 of them, most of which involved white women. Baby, Uncle Shay is done. Finished.
Your age, date your age. And well, I want to date my wage. I'm finna shut all this ish down tonight. I want to date my wage.
Stay right there. Stay right.
Where y'all at? Hey, chat, where they at?
You know, I keep it on me now.
Yeah.
I keep it on me. You want to date your what?
I want to date my wage, not my age. I want to date my wage. So where are they? Cause y'all always talking about date your age, date your age. I want to date my wage. So come on with it.
Well, you talking?
As a matter of fact, I'm taking applicants as we speak.
Well, you talk.
Shannon Sharpe was allegedly about to land a massive $100 million podcast deal? Well, guess what? Word on the street is those deals are now completely off the table. And why? It all comes back to his relationship with a much younger white woman, which seems to have turned off any remaining investors. His career, as we know it, might actually be over. Just to give you some background, Shannon was thriving. His shows on the Volume Podcast Network were pulling huge numbers after he left Undisputed on FS1 back in 2023. His flagship show had millions of listeners and over 4 million YouTube subscribers. But now, his deal with The Volume has expired. Although multiple offers were reportedly on the table, they've all been pulled, thanks to the recent allegations that have sent shockwaves through ESPN and other networks. Sharpe had been eyeing major six-figure deals for his Shay network, including Club 520, The Bubba Dub Show, and Humble Baddies. But sources close to him say he's risked it all. Apparently, someone inside ESPN said that Shannon's continued presence on First Take was causing major tension. People were questioning why the network hadn't suspended him immediately. Internally, the situation was described as a complete disaster. One ESPN employee even called the atmosphere unbearable, like a war zone. They added, "People are disgusted. He's seen as toxic now. Trust has been broken." Some were ready to complain to management or even resign if he hadn't stepped down. Eventually, Sharpe did step down, though he insisted he wasn't terminated. He said he was simply taking a temporary break to focus on his family and the frivolous claim filed against him. But behind the scenes? Some say ESPN was about to fire him, and he stepped down just in time to get ahead of it. Looks like the young white women he chose may have finally ruined his career. And there may be no coming back from this. The woman who set all this in motion, Gabriela Zuniga, filed a lawsuit describing a relationship that started with consensual intimacy, but allegedly turned dark and controlling. She claimed that during their first encounter, Shannon told her he'd buy her a fake pair of breasts if she won a weight loss competition. She says Shannon relentlessly pursued her, constantly calling, texting, and demanding she show up at his Beverly Glen mansion. She entered into a relationship with him, but described it as controlling, saying he demanded total control over her time and body, expecting her to be on call at all times. The lawsuit includes allegations of intimidation, manipulation, and repeated threats. She claims he once yelled at her in front of a visible firearm and told her he would off her. When she tried to share her location with friends for safety, he allegedly grabbed her by the neck and said, "If you ever do that again, I will unalive you." Even more disturbing, Gabriela claims Shannon secretly recorded intimate acts without her consent and shared them with others. She said he brushed it off when she confronted him, saying the recordings were for his own use, but then shared them anyway. In one instance, he allegedly forced her to engage in a sexual act while on FaceTime with his childhood friend, Bucket. She says the relationship became a routine of fear and submission, choking, yelling, and asserting dominance. She even described 2 incidents where Shannon allegedly forced himself on her. Later
on released footage of conversations where Shannon threatened her.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I see you.
I mean, damn, shakedown or not, this doesn't look good for Unc. Then, to make matters worse, other than Gabriela, another white woman, Michelle Evans, is also making rounds because she had filed a lawsuit against Sharpe in New York in 2023, claiming that she had been in a relationship with Sharpe for nearly a decade, ending in 2010, when she said they got in an argument over his infidelity. Michelle alleged that Sharpe then requested that the two hook up, and that she refused. But Sharpe allegedly proceeded to forcibly subdue her, compelling her knees, and subsequently engaging in non-consensual oral activity despite her protests. Michelle further claimed that things continued beyond, and Shannon's coercion escalated as he maneuvered her onto the bed and achieved non-consensual intercourse, all the while claiming his intent to make it so no other man would want her. Well, one thing about Shannon, he's gonna respond, and when Michelle's name came up again, he said in a statement, "It should be of no surprise that when someone famous is in the news, all sorts of people crawl out of the way to share their connection to that person in an attempt to profit from that alleged relationship. In many cases, those stories or accusations are nothing more than old news, fanciful exaggerations, or sometimes blatant misrepresentations of fact. They are shared on social media or fed to reporters with intentional factual omissions and no regard for the truth. This is obviously purposeful, designed to create a fabricated narrative. This is exactly what is happening to Shannon Sharpe, and the resurrection of the case involving Michelle Evans is a perfect example. When she could not find a lawyer to her outrageous story, she filed a civil complaint on her own that is completely devoid of merit. The fact is that Shannon has had no contact with this person for many years. Bottom Bottom line, Shannon has done nothing wrong and intends to fight back against these malicious lies, not with manufactured defenses or imaginary stories, but with documentary proof and real evidence. In addition, it also came to light that while Sharpe co-hosted FS1's Undisputed from 2016 to 2023, he was accused of choking a female production assistant. I don't know if she was white as well, but the incident was never officially reported as a lawsuit, was reportedly settled privately with Fox Sports for several $100,000. But Sharpe's representatives also denied the choking claim, stating it was a playful interaction. Okay, he always have his hands around these women's necks, because all these allegations somehow involve choking of some sort. And just when we couldn't get any worse, I started seeing reports alleging that Unc has settled at least 23 lawsuits, and most of them involved young white women. I just cannot. And you know what? The black women are like, nah, this is not our fight. This man has openly shown disrespect for black women, so we are happy to sit this one out. Like, people have literally pointed out that during his interviews, Shannon fawns over non-black women. But whenever he had a black woman on the show, the episode always seemed less hyped, or he just said something problematic.
Your mom is white.
My mother is not white.
Is your
Why
mom?
do people keep saying it's white?
She's West Indian, so.
She is a black woman from Grenada, which is a black island.
She married a white man.
No, she did not.
Well, for black people to be calling out Shannon for how he dates white women and ignores black women is because they have seen a trend that even his celebrity friends saw, like Monique.
Mo is different now. Than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say that? What you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at you. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old.
And Katt Williams.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan
Then you
Majors.
gonna pick up on, can't.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
Again, I don't know if he's gonna come out of this, but personally, I just feel really bad for his children. Imagine having your almost 60-year-old father go viral again because of a tape. But this time, instead of hearing him coaching Michelle, he's choking and engaging with a 19-year-old. And we get to read about the things that were said. I would be horrified if this was my dad, because I just don't understand how, despite knowing what's at stake and how he has a lot to lose and has a family watching his moves, that he could still move so recklessly. Honestly, whether it's a setup or not, it's just too damn messy. And reports have been saying that Sharpe's career as we know it may be over. I mean, it's sad. But you let me know what you think about how all of this is unfolding in the comments section below.